Pushing more expensive, risky gas fields and fracking into the future is not going to change this situation. Right now, the gas exporters are sending offshore 5 times the amount that we need here in Australia. We need to change this now, we need to change it quickly, and we need leadership that will protect our farmers and our food growing, our water supplies, as well as our manufacturers and our gas users.
Now, well, just how risky is this? Because, the industry point out we've been fracking in Australia for about 40 years now. Globally, there have been something like 500,000 fracks just in the last 6 years. It's well-established practice. How risky is it?
We've learnt from the practice that we've seen in Queensland that coal seam gas and fracking does deplete aquifers and does come with major concerns to those local communities. We're hearing loudly and clearly that communities and farmers do not want to live in a gas field, and we also know we have plentiful supplies of gas here in Australia that we already have on offer, but these gas companies are sending it offshore. We need to step in and change that now and not force this problem onto farmers and communities that are trying to put food on the table for Australians.
You might have heard Barnaby Joyce repeating today, he said this before, that in his view, farmers should receive a percentage cut if coal seam gas mining is happening on their land. Would that make a difference?
Most farmers that we talk to across Australia want to see their water protected, and they want to see their farms as viable for their children and their grandchildren. At the moment, we're hearing from scientists that the risks of onshore gas fracking, of coal seam gas mines, do put water at risk and do put future generations at risk if well integrity was to fail. We're talking about the need for thousands of gas wells across Australia, or we could just export a little bit less gas.
But just getting to those risks you identify there of wells failing, is there much evidence of wells having failed in Australia?
We looked around the world for evidence at the moment, and we're seeing clear scientific evidence coming out that supports concerns that wells do fail over time, that water can be contaminated, that spills and leaks do occur, and that the impact on those local communities can be very negative. So
is this historical data? Today's practices, the industry says, are pretty straightforward, low risk. Are we talking about fairly recent examples that you're referring to there?
We're talking about hundreds of new peer-reviewed papers that have come to light just in the last 5 years. So we're looking at an industry that is being studied and researched more and more, and we're finding more and more risks. Countries around the world are banning this practice, and here in Australia, many state and territory governments have made a smart move to put the brakes on, to do the research properly and not force people to deal with these pollution hazards. We can simply export a little bit less gas today and stop this problem and stop the blame game on our food producers.
And the 2 issues you've identified there, one is the potential for a well to collapse, but the other one, the water aquifer, the amount of water then that is available to farming. What has been the evidence on this one in Queensland you referred to there? What does the evidence show?
It shows that coal seam gas wells use a lot of water and can deplete aquifers. Here in New South Wales, we're looking at the Narrabri gas project. Scientists have shown that it could deplete the local aquifer by 2 metres, so we're looking at a drop of 2 metres. That will have an impact on farmers, and that's one of the reasons why that project hasn't moved forward, because it could be a huge impact to local water users, and we don't want to put water supplies at risk.
Well, Naomi Hogan from Lock the Gate Alliance, appreciate your time this afternoon.
Thank you.